Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this video by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Achab Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. We're going to go and touch the topic of wisdom. Alright? So let's get into it. Lord willing, this will be edifying. It says here, my son, Proverbs 3:1, my son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. You jump. Verse 4. So, let me keep going. Verse 3. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them by thy neck, write them upon the table of thine heart. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of the Most High and in man. Trust in the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and depart from evil. It shall be health to thy navel, and marrow to thy bones. Verse 11. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, neither be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai loveth, he correcteth, even as a father, the son in whom he delighteth. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. Okay, because again, it leads you, it's beneficial to one to obtain that wisdom. Okay, because if you read up, as I read before, it says what? Length of days, long life, peace, all these things shall be added unto you. And we have to remember that wisdom is the mother of all those things. Okay, before riches, before glory, before honor, before the favor with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and man, wisdom has to come before. Wisdom preceded those things. Okay? So it says here, for the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of gold, than of silver, and the gain thereof of fine gold. To obtain wisdom is better than having carnal riches, because wisdom is eternal. But carnal riches, what the world has to offer, comes with an expiry date. It has a time limit. Okay? And again, it tells you, do not put your trust in riches that make it themselves wing. Okay? Today you could be balling, like they say in the world, but tomorrow you could be through. You could be down bad. You see? So with that, but regardless, in all those situations, if you have wisdom, you're good. Because again, to be spiritually rich is more beneficial than to be carnally rich. Okay? She is more precious than rubies. Verse 15, she is more precious than rubies, and all things that thou canst desire are not to be compared to her. Okay, that's Sophia right there, man. Okay, whatever the world has to offer can't compare to this knowledge, to this wisdom. Okay? Through wisdom, the Lord has established the earth. Through wisdom, the Lord has made a bound, had ordered the things aright through wisdom. Okay? You see? It's through wisdom that the Lord made everything. So for you to be associated with that wisdom, how great can that be? Okay? Again, the Lord loveth only those that dwell with wisdom. Without that wisdom, you cannot obtain the love of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So again, it says here, the length of days are in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Okay? So again, all these good things come with wisdom. Okay? You see? And again, the people think, oh, you come into this truth, oh, you're going to succeed, you're going to become rich, or you're going to you're gonna be successful in the world. But no, it's not about that. Yes, again, you have to understand that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay, see, for you to be to really thrive in this world, you have to walk in the path of wickedness. Okay, the world is contrary. It pushes a contrary, pushes a vibration that is contrary to what the Lord wants. When you're walking according to the light, the world will hate you. Okay, and that's not to say that you can't be successful. Okay, and still walk in the fear of the Lord. There are many men, powerful men in history that served the Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, the Lord established man. Okay, but it says it's an easy thing for the Lord to make a poor man rich. Okay, so we seek for that spiritual riches. We seek for those riches that are going to remain with us. Okay, that will enable us to obtain the graces and good mercy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But again, and that all starts with seeking for wisdom, having a desire for to acquire that wisdom above all else. As it says, she's not to be compared with anything that is to be desired. Okay? Her ways are more pleasant, Salakia, her ways are of pleasantness, and her paths of peace. When your ways please the Lord, they make it even your enemies to be at peace with you. And that's not to say again that you're not gonna have people that hate you. Okay? Again, you walk after Yahweh Shai, you become a prey. We understand the duality. Okay? We understand that the just is against the wicked and the wicked is against the just. Okay? We understand that light is against darkness. There's no communion between the both. Okay? But the Lord has given us with that wisdom the ability to maneuver in this wicked society. Okay, it even tells us to make friends of mammon. Okay, and then it says when it says that, use them to your benefit. Use wisdom to be able to use the world, but do not abuse it. You see, the Lord has given us liberty in this truth. Okay, but to the point where do not cross the line. Do not go above what's necessary. Okay, do not transgress in order to please the world. Okay, because if just as Paul said it, the Apostle Paul, he said, am I a servant of men or of the Most High? If I should serve men, I should not be a servant of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because there's no respect of person with the Lord. We're going to tell you, thus said the Lord, we're going to speak the truth. Okay? So again, verse 18, she is a tree of life to them that lay hold on her, and happy is everyone that retaineth her. As I mentioned again, concerning the Lord, what he was able to do with wisdom, it says here, the Lord by wisdom hath founded the earth, by understanding had he established the heavens. By his knowledge the depths are broken up, and the clouds drop dew on the earth. My son, let not them depart from thine eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion. So shall they be life unto thy soul, and grace to thy neck. Then shalt thou walk in the way safely, and thy foot shall not stumble. Okay, the importance of you obeying through obedience. Okay, you can obtain life through obedience in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Again, you have to obey Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. A lot of people think that they're serving the Lord, but they don't have the name. They're willful. Okay, they're not following the correct doctrine, so they're being obedient. Yes, but to wickedness, they're being obedient to darkness. It is important that you follow according to the right doctrine. Okay, you see. So again, you're not to have them depart from thine eyes. Okay, you are to keep sound wisdom and discretion. That's that wisdom, being able to, because the Lord told us to be as serpents, wise as serpents in this wicked world, man. And the snake, a serpent, is very discreet. Okay, you see, he slithers in the grass. Okay, he waits for the perfect opportunity, the perfect moment to strike. He waits for the perfect opportunity, the perfect moment to strike, you see? Okay? That's that wisdom, okay? Knowing, taking heed to the opportunity, okay? Even when it comes to wisdom, even words of wisdom being said the wrong time, it takes away from the importance of it. Well, not the importance, but rather the impact. If you say something wise, but you don't say it at the right time, it's like it's not seasoned with salt. Okay, it tells us to have our speech seasoned with salt. Okay, so that goes into having the proper the discernment to be able to know when to say certain things, how to move. Okay, um, when to leave, when to refrain from saying things, when to say it. Okay, knowing the perfect time to do things. Okay, you see that all comes with wisdom. All right. So jump to chapter 4 with Proverbs 4, and I'll start at 13. Take fast hold of instruction and let her not go. Keep her, for she is thy life. Okay. When I read that, I had to give myself a salah moment. Okay. This wisdom is our life. Okay, because again, as it says, they that depart from wisdom shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Okay, those that are walking without this knowledge and understanding, they're as bones. Okay, they're as they're dead men walking. Okay, they're walking without the spirit of the Lord, which makes them spiritually unalive. Okay, you see, that's why you hold fast what you have till he returns, so that you can really inherit life everlasting. Okay, through this knowledge, through the belief of this word, through the belief of Yahweh Shai, we have now passed from death unto life. Okay, so we have to hold it, because having this truth means that you're alive. Okay, it means that the Lord is dealing with you. Okay, that is our life. The word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is our life. Okay, you see, so that's the moment that's a lot moment gave me time to be grateful and appreciative for this knowledge. Okay, really you have to realize, hey, damn, the Lord really separated us, those that have this knowledge, from the rest of the world, from those even the people that are in Israel that have some knowledge. Okay, you have to understand that we have the complete doctrine. Okay, we have the complete truth. Okay, that pertaining to salvation, all the information that is necessary pertaining to salvation, we have it. Okay, other Israelites might have some kind of knowledge, but they don't have the full spectrum. They don't have the full picture. Okay, so even that is another reason to be grateful of that honor, that the Lord has found you worthy of possessing this treasure in earthen vessels. Okay, you see, so again, keep her, for she is thy life. And by doing so, at the return of Yahweh Shai, you will be crowned with with eternal glory. Okay, if you are the elect of the great multitude of those that have overcame the world by their faith in this word, in Yahweh Shai. Okay, in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so again it says, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, and turn from it. Okay, I don't want to go too deep into that one. Let's see. So I'll go back to verse 1, Proverbs 4 and 1. Hear ye, my children, the instructions of a father, and attend to no understanding. Salakia, my gums. I think one of my gums are. I've been having a pain in my gums. So that's why I'm pronouncing words a bit off today. I'm trying my best, but through the Spirit, bear with me. So again, verse 2: For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law. So again, this doctrine that the Lord has given us through his men, starting with the elder apostles and the men on down, is good doctrine. Through this doctrine we obtain life. Through this doctrine we have access to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, we have access to the names. Okay, now we know who to call to when we're asking for mercy, when we're asking for to be avenged, when we're asking for judgment, we know who to go to. Okay, we know who to run to for salvation. We know who to run to in times of trouble. All right, this is good doctrine. Okay, we are guided the right way through this information, through this knowledge. Verse 4, he taught me also and said unto me, let thine heart retain my words, keep my commandments and live. Just as Moses said unto the children of Israel in that time. Okay, obey and live. Choose life that you may live. Okay, you see, I place before you life and death, good and evil. Choose life that you may live. Okay, so again, keep the commandments and live. Okay, because the commandments are conducive unto life. Okay, they're synonymous to life. Okay, because again, death only comes into play when you disobey the commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, if it weren't not if Adam never sinned, Adam would have been the representation of the Lord's immortality. Okay, you see, but again, everything had to play out the way it did because that was the Lord's intentions. But again, if Adam didn't fall, okay, in the garden, okay, he would have lived forever. All right, you see. So again, keeping the commandments equals life. Yahweh Shai wasn't able to be. Death wasn't able to hold Yahweh Shai because he never sinned. Yahweh Shai, when he walked on the earth, was perfect in that time. In that reincarnation, Yahweh Shai was perfect. That's why death couldn't hold him back. That's why the Lord brought him back to life. Okay? You see? Keep the commandments and live. You see? Verse 7, wisdom is the principal things. It's like wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Okay? The principal thing. The first thing that you should desire is wisdom, and everything else will come afterwards. Just the same way as it says, seek the kingdom first. Okay? By seeking the kingdom first, what does that mean? You're seeking for wisdom. Okay? You're seeking for life. So that everything that you put your hand to will succeed. Okay? You see? But again, as it says in Joshua, okay? If you want that good success, you first have to obey Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And that's not to say that, again, when you come into the truth, everything's going to work out. Okay? We still have to pay for our sins. We're still in this captivity. We're still in the land of our captivity. Okay? We're still under the oppression of the heathen. Okay? You see, this is not the place where much righteousness doth abide. This is not our rest. Okay, so if you're catching hell, don't be surprised. We're here to serve our sentence. Okay, this is our prison. Okay, the whole earth is a prison state, right? You see, and yes, you have liberty, some sort of liberty, but you have to remember that until you're in rulership, you really don't have power. You can't really be at peace, especially since the Edomites are in rulership. Okay, the men of sin. Okay, the harbinger of death, he is as death and cannot be satisfied. As long as the Edomites are in rulership, there's never going to be peace. Okay, you yourself are never going to have peace. Okay, as an Israelite. Okay, you see. Okay, the best thing that you can do at this time is to seek for wisdom. Strive to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Better yourself. Become more and more. As the day comes closer and closer to the return of Yahushua, you should strive to look more and more like unto Him. Okay, wash away the dross by the cleaning of the word, by the cleansing of the word, by the fiery trial of our faith. Okay, having all our impurities purged out from us, and be thankful that the Lord is allowing us to go through that suffering, so that we can gladly say that we are partakers of Yahweh's suffering, so that when He returns, we may be honored with Him. That we may rejoice at His suffering, that we may rejoice at His return, rather than to be ashamed of our evil deeds. Okay, you see. So again, keep my commandments and live. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Okay. Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou doest embrace her. She shall give thine head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall she deliver thee. Okay, so again, that's the honor. That's the benefits of being associated with wisdom. That's I believe in the book of Sirach, chapter 11, roughly paraphrasing. I'm not gonna get it due to due to time. But if you go into the book of Sirach, somewhere in Sirach, it tells you that if you at first wisdom will try you, okay, take you through rough ways, okay, to see if you're worthy. But then afterwards, it's gonna be like a robe of honor. Okay, it's gonna be a crown of life. Okay, it's gonna be a diadem upon yourself, man. It's gonna bring you to royalty, rulership, honor, power. Okay, but first you have to be tried. The same way as gold first has to be purged in the fire. The acceptable men are gonna be tested, are gonna be found in the furnace of adversity, and they're gonna endure. Okay, they're gonna endure until the end. And when they come out of that fire, they're gonna be found in the image of Yahweh Shai. Okay, and that fire, it won't stop until Yahweh Shai returns. That's the end of that fire. That's why we have to endure until the end. Okay, you see, our trial ends at Yahweh Shai's return. You see, even if we have to put our life down as a sacrifice, we have to do it. You're doing it each and every day, coming to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay? You see, putting the will of, you're putting your wills, you're putting your own intentions, your own endeavors, your own ideas to the back burner, and now you're fully invested in serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Your meat has now become to do the will of Him that sent you. Okay? You see? So you no longer belong to yourself. You belong to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay? You no longer serve yourself. You work for the Lord, man. Okay? To live is Hamashayat. To die is gain. Because you're going to be back with the Father. So regardless, your life belongs to the Lord. Okay? And you do what is, as it says, those that fear the Lord will seek what is well-pleasing unto Him. Okay? And that starts with wisdom. Seeking after wisdom, because through that wisdom you will first off depart from evil and do what is pleasing in the sight of the Lord. That's why it says, acknowledge your ways, in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your ways aright. Okay, meaning that He will lead you in paths that are good. He will make you through the fear of the Lord make the right decisions that will not taint your faith, that will not taint your walk. Okay. So again, exalt her, and she shall promote thee, and she shall bring thee honor when thou dost embrace her. She shall give to thine head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. Hear, O my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of thy life shall be many. I have taught thee in the way of wisdom. I have led thee in the way. So like I have led thee in the right path. Okay. So again, verse 13. Take fast hold of instruction, and let her not go. Keep her, for she is thy life. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil man. Avoid it, pass not by it, avoid it and pass not by it. Turn away from it. Okay, that's by you acknowledging the Lord. Okay, you're always gonna avoid the path of the wicked. You're always gonna abstain from doing evil, because you're gonna walk in the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay. Verse 18. It says here. Verse 18. The path of the just is a shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. So as I mentioned, every day, as you're getting closer to the return of Yahweh Shai, you as an individual, as a servant of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, day by day, day to day, you seek to strive to become a better version of yourself, and to strive to be more and more like unto Yahweh Shai. That's what it means to follow the Yahweh Shai. Okay, to look more and more like unto him. Okay. Verse 20, my son, attend to my word, attend to my words, incline thine ears unto my sayings, let them not depart from thine eyes, keep them in the midst of thine heart, for they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Put away from thee a forward mouth, and perverse lips put far from thee. Let thine eyes look right on, and let thine eyelids look straight before thee. Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil. All right. And that all starts by seeking for wisdom. By seeking for wisdom, that's the first step of you removing your foot from evil. Okay? Because now you know and understand what is pleasing unto the Lord. Okay? And therefore you will abstain for those things that are against, that are contrary to his delight, contrary to what the Lord likes. Okay, so I wanted to bring it out in the NLT, I believe. That last part in the NLT. It says here, yeah, Proverbs 4, and I'll start at 20. My child, pay attention to what I say. Listen carefully to my words. Do not lose them. Don't lose sight of them. Let them penetrate deep into your heart, in your mind. Let that sink in. Okay. Let these words sink in. Okay. For they bring life to those who find them, and healing to their whole body. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. So again, your mind. Okay, don't be too involved in the things of this world. Focus, have your eyes single towards Yahweh Shai, towards this wisdom, towards wisdom. Okay, towards the servitude of Yahweh Ba'ashim, towards being a good servant unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai. Okay, you see. It says here, avoid all perverse talk, stay away from corrupt speech. Look straight ahead. Oh, Salakia. Yeah, look straight ahead. So again, corrupt speech proceeds out of those that don't have this wisdom. Okay? They speak foolishly. Okay? Their whole conversation. That's why it says Lot being vexed with the filthy conversations of the wicked. So not only their conversation, but also their actions. Okay, just Lot was vexed with the filthy conversations of the wicked, and those are the conversations that are being proclaimed throughout the whole world. The blasphemies, the injuries, that the mocking, the scoffing that they do towards the men of the Lord. Okay, you see, those are the things that are being portrayed at the moment. Okay, that the world is pushing. Okay. And the Lord is taking down note. That's why he says that every idle word, okay, will come to judgment. Okay, every idle word will be judged. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, you see. So the conversation of the wicked, of those that have not this knowledge of the dead, the conversation of the dead will condemn them at the end of the day, because out of the good treasures of the heart, so does a man speak. Okay, what you have in your mind, what you have in your heart, that's what comes out. Okay, and these people, they have not the fear of the Lord. Okay, these people, they don't understand nor seek they to serve Yahweh Ba'ashim El Shai. So their conversation, their knowledge, their understanding is perverse. So everything that's going to come out of them is going to be perverse. That's why it says a tree is known by its fruits. Okay, you see, the things that they produce is going to be known. They're going to be known by what they say, by what they produce. Okay, and their production is nothing but wickedness and perversion. Okay, so again bringing the fact of being separate, not being too involved with the things of this world, with the people of the world, because you might get infected by their pollution, by their perversion, perverseness. Salakia. You might get infected by their perverseness. Okay, so it's best to stay separate and to keep your mind at all costs, as it says, guard your heart, your mind above all else. You do not want to be, how can I say that? You don't want to get infected by the darkness of this world. Okay, because again, as it says, the righteous are more excellent than his neighbors, but the ways of the foolish seduceth them. They have been seduced by wickedness, okay, by the glitz and the glamour, by what Satan has to offer. But you have to understand that the Lord has more. That after the suffering, He will exalt you. If you endure, He will treat you as a son. Okay, so yes, instant gratification may seem beneficial, but in the long run, it's going to lead to your demise. Okay, while delayed gratification seems not joyful, but at the end it produces the righteous fruit of it produces the peaceable fruit of righteousness, okay, which will lead unto life. So again, the importance of holding fast to this knowledge and doctrine. Okay, so again, avoid all perverse talks. Avoid all perverse talk. Stay away from corrupt speech. Look straight ahead and fix your eyes on what lies before you, the kingdom. Seeking the kingdom first. What lies before us? The promise that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai has promised unto those that patiently wait for Him. Okay? Make out a straight path for your feet. Stay on the safe path. What is the safe path? To follow the path of righteousness. The straight gate. The path of the difficult path, which will lead you unto life. Okay? That's the path that you're supposed to desire to walk on. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, it's not comfortable. Okay? Yes, it's tiresome, but at the end it will produce. You're gonna obtain the glory. Just as I said, you put on wisdom as you become a prisoner of faith. You put on wisdom as a chain. Okay, but later on it's gonna become a diadem on your head. Glory in the sight of the nations. Okay? Don't get sidetracked. Keep your feet from following evil. And the world is very ingenious in making you and giving you all sorts of distractions. Don't get sidetracked. Okay, keep your eye single. Okay, keep your eye on the kingdom. Keep your eye on Yahweh Shai. Keep your eyes in this truth, this doctrine, in prophecy. Okay, because again, this kingdom will come to an end, and we're getting every day closer and closer to the downfall of the Edomitic empire. Okay, Edomitic. I have to say that, but yeah. And we're getting closer and closer to Jacob being the beginning of the times to come. Okay, the rulers of the times to come. And if you have wisdom, if you have some kind of understanding, you would want to be to have a role or to have a position in the rulership to come, because again, it's an eternal rulership. All right. Benefits forevermore, glory and joy and blessings forevermore. All right, so that all comes with wisdom. Okay, so the excellency of wisdom is that it bringeth life to them that have it. All right, so that being said, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Until next time, shalom.